Hi guys, it's Ug and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be talking to you about Find Me by Alafair Burke or The Girl She Was. The book has two names depending on the publishing author, so I'll put here the both covers so you know it's the same name. And this is by Alafair Burke, as I said before. And I thank you NetGalley and the publisher for giving me this e-arc in the beginning of the year. I finally read it, and here are my thoughts. So, Find Me or The Girl She Was follows Hope Miller, who after a tragic accident ended up with amnesia, and she ended up living in Hopewell with the woman who discovered her, who is Lindsay. Is a lawyer, criminal defense lawyer, and she's a best friend of Hope for 15 years. But after Hope goes to the Hamptons and trying to find a new life and finding a new meaning, she discovers that Hope has been missing for a week, and she contacts the police, and she makes this whole journey about finding Hope. At the same time, on the Hope disappearing, there is a DNA match from the Kansas notorious murder that's linked to maybe Hope's past. So it ended up involving NYPD Ellie Hatcher, whose father was notorious for being part of the case of this Kansas murder. After her father commits suicide, she's not dealing very well with that. So it comes up revolving this. Now, what I found about the book, I think it's a very slow building, and I think for people who are not so into thrillers will find the book very good, very amazing, and very plot twist, and you know the story. I found the second storyline very interesting, and how the author make it seem how it was to play the story, but I would not say I was fully engaged. From the beginning, I was very confused with the names. The names were very similar. Hallie, Lindsay, all very similar in characteristics. The boys' names, everything sounds very similar. So I was a little bit confused with that. And through most of the time, I was like, okay, how this is gonna go? And I think it dragged a lot till the big reveals were done. And when the big reveals starting to appeared, which were more or less half of the book, more or less, that's when I got interesting in the book, because until then I was like, okay, but moving a little bit faster because I need more information to work with. So yeah, I think as a big problem with time, with pace, and with story progression. At the same time, you know, everything starts to look all over the place. Everything is all over the place, and then when you start connecting the pieces, you're like, okay, it makes sense, but it takes so much time to connect the pieces that you ended up being like, okay, but can you piece them more faster, or you know, a little bit quicker, because you know you are here for a long time and a long journey. I thought you start building the end, and the end is not, you know, for me it was not like, oh, you know, I was expecting when start appearing the information, I was like, it's gonna be that one and it's gonna be that one. So for me it was not like revealing, except the last part, and the last part was like, okay, so that happened, but how is that gonna influence the story? I don't think it does. I don't think it's relevant how that ends. But yeah, this is part of the Hallie Hatcher series from the author. You know, I think this follows a lot of the detective, and I think this is one that didn't follow so much the detective, because it's more like about the other case, and then it's connected because the detective appeared, but the other ones are more like detective stories, and I think that will be more interesting in the point of view of a detective story. And this one, I don't think it wasn't. I will recommend, if you are new to thrillers, or if you are new for these, you know, mystery stories, if you got like good twists and good, you know, how is this gonna work, I think it's a very interesting book for you. But if you're like me that read a lot of different types of thrillers, and you read like really good ones, you think like this is a little bit more poor side. So yeah, it's not a bad book, not a bad thriller. did not fulfill my expectations or my needs on the thriller. Tell me in the comments if you read any of this author other books on the series of the detective, or if you read this one, what were your thoughts? I would love to discuss this with you. If you reach this far, don't forget to leave a comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It's very important. It helps a lot the channel to grow. I post videos at least once a week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, or Sundays, but sometimes there will be more videos. And yeah, I see you guys on my next video. Okay, bye.